Alright, so I ordered this pistol. This is a P09C Nocturne. Put a TLR7 HLX on it. And I got a holster from T-Rex Arms because that's the best sidecar on the market right now. Well, I'll show you this first. And CZ says that this pistol is exactly the same form factor as the P07. I have a blue gun P07 here, and I bought the holster for the P07, and I go to put it in, and it doesn't fit. And so I think, okay, well, it's probably because I have the HLX on it instead of the TLR7A. So I'm like, okay, well, I know that this is the exact same form factor as the 7A. But if I take the bezel off, it should just go in. And it doesn't. And I can really force it in there, but now I'm gonna have to stop the video and cut it because it takes me so long to get this thing out of the holster. It makes me look terrible. So there's that. The reason that I know that it's a CZ problem and not a different form factor on the TLR7 is because I also have a holster. Let me get this out right here. I also have a holster for the P365 macro. Come on. I also have a holster for the P365 macro, which is also, I didn't show you the last one, they're all safe and clear here. Now it's a different 1913 rail, so it's not going to be a perfect mock-up here, but this is another T-Rex Arms holster for the macro with a TLR7A light option. And if I take this and stick it in there, it goes in just fine, no issues. Obviously it's not going to work with the HLX bezel, whatever, fine. But it's not a TLR7 problem. It's not a TLR7 problem. So I know that it's a CZ problem because if I take my old P07 blue gun and I put the TLR7 on there, and I go back to the holster that I made. So T-Rex made the holster right. No issues with T-Rex Arms. Goes right in. No issues. Obviously the bezel, I might change that, I might return it, I don't know. So CZ, when they said that this is exactly the same form factor, the P09C Nocturne and the P07 are not the same form factor. And they said that it is, and this is a classic problem with CZ actually, is the things that they say, and when they say they're gonna release guns, are just not true. So, shame on you, CZ. I think that we are still clear and safe here. I think that when I'm putting the holster in, I think that the binding, I think where we're binding is on the top. I think that the chamfer on the slide at the top is different than the chamfer on the slide. Let's see if I can get this figured out. Now this is a blue gun, so it's not going to be perfect, but I think it is a little bit more rounded, or maybe the angle is slightly different. Let's see if I can get this lined up. There we go. I think that the P09 Nocturne slide is taller. I think it's taller top to bottom. It's probably the same width. I don't see any abrasions where the Kydex is biting into the slide really. But when I put the light on, I think the only I think the issue is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this at all. I'm just trying not to muzzle myself here. I think the issue is on top. I know the slide, I know the optic part, but you see this part in the corner here? I think that's where my contact is and where it's biting. So I might try and heat it up and just reform it. Well, no, I'll probably just send it back to 2X Arms and try to find something else and just eat the shipping. So that's what I know. Not a whole lot. I think it's CZ's problem. Not necessarily a T-Rex Arms problem or a holster problem in general. I haven't tried any other P07 holsters on the P09C, so I'm gonna go dig one out and we'll figure out if that's the same problem or not.